Whoa. Hey, everybody. Yes, it's Dr. Weaver again here. We're going to be actually going over one of our new spinal workshops with a little bit of a twist. So these spinal workshops, we do these every Tuesday evening here at Apex Spinal Performance. We take this time to really go into other ways of health, other things that you should know and things that you should be aware of. So today's topic, we're going a little bit newer insight into journaling, something that we've done in the past, but for those of you who, you have families, you have kids, you have a stressful job, you work long hours, maybe you work a swing shift, that may be you. And, journaling sounds like something that, it's time consuming. It takes a long time. We're actually going to show you just a 5-minute drill today for journaling and how you can really just write all over the paper. Don't worry about spelling, just putting thoughts and your ideas and everything in your head down on the paper. And I'm going to show you something that I do every day. I too struggle with this. So again, I'm right there with you. It's hard for me to carve out, even just 5 minutes to dedicate to this. But what I've started to realize, the more that I do this, the more that I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. So let's go ahead and begin here with this drill. The first one that I do every single day, I call this a gas card. And I always write it on a bright note card. That way it kind of stands out amongst other papers if it gets put on my desk or in my vehicle. And the first thing that you're going to see here is the G. So I'll write this out actually up here on this whiteboard and what it looks like. So the first thing I always start with, that is a terrible G. So hold on a minute here, let me clean this up. We'll go with that. Is gratitudes, things that you're grateful for. I typically write somewhere between 4 to 7 different things, whether that's my family, Jesus, my pets, friends, and these can vary, throughout different days, and you can just list those right down through there. But it's always good to start in the morning with things that you're, grateful for, to put you in a good, positive mindset. The second thing, okay, again, we call these gas cards, is actions, okay? So actually, just go ahead and write this on here for you. What are your actions for the day? This is not a to-do list by any means. I'll show you what I do for a to-do list here in just a moment. But actions, what are the most right things throughout the day? What are the things most dear to you that you want to accomplish today? Maybe that's sending, maybe a business proposal or something for work. You can write that in the actions column. All right, so for me, whether it's a one-on-one meeting with one of my team members, whether it's a team training as we train together, and those can obviously, again, vary throughout the week. And the last one, this is service. So some random act of service, maybe you just do one a week, and that's totally fine. Maybe you do it every day, whatever you have the means to do. If you write somebody maybe a thank you card or just a card saying, hey, I'm thinking of you, I hope you're doing well. This is a very popular one. Watch out for Starbucks on this one. If you're going to say, hey, you know what, I'm going to buy somebody behind me in line a cup of coffee or whatever that may be. Sometimes that could end up with 5 different coffees, 5-leg bagels or something and get pretty, expensive. But those are the things that I start off with every day. Maybe it's even just holding the door for somebody, taking the cart from somebody after they finished out in the grocery and you're going to you're on your way in to drop it off. So, again, gratitudes, actions, and service. Again, I apologize for my terrible handwriting. So that's something I do every day. That takes me less than a minute usually to do that. But again, I put it on a 3x5 index card, and I always keep it with me there. I told you I was going to tell you what I do with the to-do list. So on the back of my card, I actually write that I just really enjoy striking something out after I've completed a task, which there's studies that show that actually releases hormones in your body that give you the sense of accomplishment, okay? So that is our quick daily, every morning, what Dr. Weaver, what I start my day off with. But the next one that we're gonna go into here is a 5-minute journaling drill. And again, I like to admit that I'm a perfectionist, so I try to make sure everything is perfect. writing's perfect, everything's spelled correctly. For journaling, ignore all that. Just write. Nobody else is going to read this. This is for you, your journal, your own eyes only. So, much like the gas card, we're going to start off with gratitude. Okay? I want you to have your phone ready, a timer, something of such. Start a timer for 60 seconds. I want you to write things that have to do with gratitude. What are you grateful for? For your team. In my office, I think of my team, my family, my parents, my pets, all of those kinds of things. And I just go for 60 seconds until that timer hits and have that set for a minute so you can strike it again, because then the next thing that you're going to do, things that bring you joy. 60 seconds on joy things. You know, I have my iPad here, I'm looking through here. I actually did this at a seminar. We went on a cold walk where we were just in our shorts. I'm pretty sure it was about 10 degrees outside, and we walked around. Again, you don't have to do anything that extreme. That for some reason gave me joy to do that with other chiropractors, and we just made it a positive experience, and it was healthy for us. You know, working out, being around others, things that bring you joy. Once again, you're going to hear me talk about my pets a lot. You know, those things. The next one, very similar to the gas cards, you're going to see a lot of these overlap, are actions. So what are your actions today? What do you want to accomplish? 60 seconds for that. Then we're going to go into the next one here, which is setting others up to prosper, or you can call it SOUP, setting others up to prosper. Okay? Writing a minute on that you are doing something for somebody else. Okay? I did miss one here, which should go between joy and actions, so I'll rewrite this in a minute. What are your dreams? I cannot say the importance of this enough, is to continue to dream big. Okay? Aim for the stars, aim for the moon, aim way out there, and continue to always dream and have a vision of what you want your life to be, whether that's professionally, spiritually, in a relationship, financially, in your workplace, any of those things that I want to draw my attention to my dreams. Okay? So you're going to start 60 seconds on gratitude, things you're joyful for, your dreams as well, actions, and setting others up to prosper. That takes 5 minutes. 1 minute, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and you're done. It's that simple. I used to think of journaling being a 20, 30-minute long essay journal to myself, where it's just writing these things out. In mental health and in the stress of the world that we live in, the more that we can just put our thoughts in a pen and paper down. I personally like handwriting things versus typing them up on something like an iPad. Yes, that has its time and place, but there's nothing like actually putting pen to paper and writing things out. So this is a drill that I wanted to share with you, something I've learned over the years in seminars and leadership classes, plus things that help me out as well. So I hope this brings you value. Try this out for 30 days. Something I do, I put my index card in that journal out right where I know I'm going to be every single morning. First thing I do before I do anything else, and I practice that, and knowing that, again, it's perfectly imperfect. Okay? It doesn't have to be perfect. Just start. Start where you are, and maybe you do it for 30 seconds. It doesn't have to be a minute. Maybe you just did 30 seconds. But put those things down and put them on paper. So thank you all for being on here with this Spinal workshop. Our next Spinal workshop coming up is going to be our open mic. We have a few topics this week or next week that Dr. Jake Helms and I are going to bring up to you. So thank you guys for being on here. As always, we just try to continue to uplift your lives and be a positive outlet for you in our society, our community, and in healthcare. Thank you, and God bless.